You definitely saw them all at some point in the past, but we are sure you have no idea what they look like now.
And if you want to shine them on, it's hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Welcome to Rumour Juice. Subscribe to our channel, make yourself comfortable, and get ready for our exciting new video about the child actors who have changed beyond recognition since you first saw them. Jonathan Lipnicki. This kid became a Hollywood sensation before even reaching the age of 10. There is arguably no child star more adorable than Jonathan as seen in the movies Jerry Maguire and Stuart Little.
A human head weighs 8 pounds.
Lipnicki, who took a break from acting after enjoying years of a successful career as a child, has changed so much that he is barely recognizable nowadays. Throughout his life, Jonathan has been battling severe anxiety and depression, which the 29-year-old has always been open about during interviews. Lipnicki revealed that schoolmates had been making fun of him as a kid, saying he would never book an acting job again. Jonathan disclosed, "I was made to feel like garbage every day of middle school, to the point where I had a panic attack every night before school because I wondered how I would get throughout the next day."
Honestly, more, so I took more time off in high school,
Yeah.
but middle school, definitely the worst 3 years of my life.
The young man confessed that there was not a single day in middle school when he returned home without being called offensive names. This traumatic experience resulted in serious mental health problems and long-time treatment.
I didn't think I was gonna live through the day I had my first panic attack. I had no clue what it was. My heart was racing.
Luckily, he seems to have managed to get things under control. Moreover, he continues acting and has definitely come a long way since his debut role.
Never mind that I'm a talented, classically trained adult actor capable of playing a wide variety of roles.
Any need to mention his amazing shape? We don't think so, just look at him. Jerry O'Connell. Obviously not every child actor manages to stay on top of Hollywood stardom, but Jerry O'Connell has definitely nailed how to do it. When he first appeared in the 80s coming-of-age film Stand By Me, no one expected this adorable chunky boy to blossom into such a stud. Interestingly, O'Connell still hates talking about Stand By Me. This is because by the time the film was out, the young actor already lost a lot of weight and people simply didn't recognize him in the movie. I didn't get recognized, and I'll tell you why. It's really funny. I was husky as a child. I was fat. In between making Stand By Me and it coming out, I went through puberty. I got tall. I'm a tall guy, I just stretched out. It is not surprising that the 46-year-old feels uncomfortable when fans get fixated on his portly childhood. Let's not forget, however, that in 1987, O'Connell won a Young Artist Award for his role in Stand By Me. After all, it's not just about the looks, but what's more important, about his talent and great performance. Neil Patrick Harris. Not many know this, but the How I Met Your Mother star Neil Patrick Harris used to play a child prodigy doctor on the hit television program Doogie Howser, MD.
And it's half of the time it's about a doctor, and half the time it's about a 16-year-old and his relationship with girls and his his relationship with his friends
And it was wait for it, dairy. So legendary that the teenager was nominated for a Golden Globe for his role.
So I'm really not looking to win, just to have a lot of fun and see a lot of famous people and have a good time.
The 47-year-old, who is best known for his part of womanizer Barney Stinson on the iconic CBS show, recalls the start of his career with fondness, saying, "That was a very remarkably wonderful chapter for somebody who had never really been in the entertainment business before."
Who are those people sitting next to you?
Who, these two?
Yeah.
They're my parents.
Edward Furlong. In 1991, when Terminator 2: Judgment Day was released, critics praised the surprisingly soulful performance of teenager Edward Furlong, aka John Connor. They could hardly believe it was the boy's first role ever. His career was on the rise, and he was literally destined to become a household name, but a lot of things were happening in the young man's life at the time, including custody battles and a relationship with a woman twice his age. His career made a slight uptick in 1997 when he starred as the younger brother to Edward Norton in American History X. The next thing we know, the star was already battling heavy addiction to heroin, cocaine, and alcohol, hospitalization and overdose, arrests, and a series of stints in rehab. Furlong was also arrested several times over domestic violence and served 61 days in jail for violating his probation. Edward, who is now 42, seems to be doing quite alright, but unfortunately he has never made it big in Hollywood again, at least not yet. Stephen Anthony Lawrence. You must remember this boy for his recurring role as Beans in the hit Disney Channel original series Even Stevens, the show that first shoved Shia LaBeouf into the spotlight that he now so famously hates. After his stint on Even Stevens, Lawrence's acting career seemed to be getting off to a flying start. He garnered roles in several famous productions. However, years later, even despite having been in quite a number of movies since his Even Stevens days, Lawrence says he still can't quite shake off the Beans tag. It's really weird. I feel like I've changed so much when I look in the mirror. I don't know how people even barely recognize me, but I'll be walking down the street and people drive by for 2 seconds and automatically they'll go, "Oh my god, you're Beans, ah!" God, even I would have to at least do a double take. Over the past few years, we have not seen Lawrence much on TV. He mostly dedicates his time to teaching kids, which he compares to, quote, almost like working the stage. It's instant gratification when something clicks for a student. In 2015, Lawrence was spotted working at a Californian mall. Fans were overjoyed by this unexpected blast from their past, and Lawrence was very accommodating about posing for selfies. So we bet people would be even more excited to see Lawrence in action again. We would for sure. Haley Joel Osment. For many of us, Osment will remain the boy from The Sixth Sense. Well, the boy is 32 already, but he still has this adorable childish sparkle in his eyes. Haley Joel Osment was just 11 when he played the little guy who could see dead people. He instantly became the breakout star of the movie and was even nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. When he auditioned for the role, the movie director had already watched scores of other children, but when he saw Osment performing the dialogue, he was simply startled. We all were, to be honest. If you are not crying watching the scene, then come on, what's wrong with you? Anyway, after The Sixth Sense, he appeared as a lead in several high-profile Hollywood movies, including Artificial Intelligence and Pay It Forward. He was growing up in front of our eyes, but something happened. And that something is, he grew up and stopped being a child. In 2006, Osment was charged with driving under the influence at 18 years old, something he took full responsibility for. Osment was sentenced to 3 years of probation and numerous hours in alcohol education programs. In his 2015 interview, Osment told The Telegraph that he realized it would be hard to transition from a child actor into an adult actor. When you get lucky as I did and work on some amazing films at a young age, one of the career drawbacks is that image of you as a child is burned into people's minds for a long time. But for an actor, it's important to keep diversifying and hope that people will see the span of your work rather than just that moment in time. Osment has recently been in the Netflix and Amazon productions, but we have yet to see him as a lead in some big Hollywood movie. Hopefully, very soon. Macaulay Culkin. And of course, this list wouldn't be complete without the Home Alone star Macaulay Culkin, who will turn 40 this August. When the iconic Christmas movie was released, Culkin was 10. Even 3 decades later, the first thing you can think of upon seeing the adult actor is a little guy who was confronting burglars all by himself. After a rather questionable run in 1994 when Culkin starred in 3 movies, none of which fared too well, the teenage actor slowly faded into the backdrop. He took a break in acting to live a normal life for a while. His adult acting career didn't take off as well as his childhood career did, but he looks and sounds like he is doing great. Culkin has recently revealed how he tried to get a role in Quentin Tarantino's movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and that didn't go well at all. He said, "It was a disaster. I wouldn't have hired me. I'm terrible at auditioning anyways, and it was my first audition in like 8 years." Well, the sensational return didn't happen, but you've got to start with something, even if you are the one and only Macaulay Culkin.
As always, we are very eager to see your opinion in the comments section below. And do tell us which topic we should cover next. Behind-the-scenes dramas of your favorite shows? Why did this seemingly perfect couple break up? How come this Hollywood hottie is still alone? Who holds the title of the most fan-friendly celebrity? Make your voice heard, and we at Rumour Juice will make sure you're never bored. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to tell your friends how cool we are.